Hello and welcome to Seeking Answers. I don't normally do videos like this, there's a lot to cover, so I'm going to try and talk fast and just keep it right to the point. Hope you can pay attention and try to keep up. Honestly, I feel like I have to recap some of the channel before I go on to what the channel has become and what the future looks like for us. Honestly, it started very cringy. We would later pick up this distressed voice, possibly saying, "I quit life." Some of the old episodes just haven't aged very well. The channel started when I didn't drive, so literally the only locations I used were ones that were either like 20 minutes away or where I could just hitch a ride from a friend. I've always found things like this really, really interesting, the unsolved and supernatural, but honestly, for a while I was just blatantly ripping off BuzzFeed Unsolved.
The lost colony of Roanoke disappeared due to a zombie plague.
While others say they were all abducted by aliens.
That's it, I'm out. I'm out.
It was aliens! This was made evident in the comments section, and it was completely true. I'm very, very proud of the community that we've created because, you know, it's been very common to not read YouTube comments because of how toxic they can become. But with this channel, I'm proud that I do read your YouTube comments. And the constructive criticism has been great to help me improve the content for you guys. Yeah, for a while, my narrations were really, really irritatingly slow.
A small 8-year-old girl who innocently went to bed one night, never to be seen again. A normal 8-year-old child whose story made national news, but her fate still remains unknown.
And I do get a lot of details wrong. I am a one-man team. I have had people help researching in the past. Even the Ted Bundy episode was one where I had a co-researcher, and ironically that's the episode with the most inaccuracies. I'm one guy with just the internet at his disposal, so I'm bound to make mistakes. I do fact check everything, but there's going to be mistakes slip through the cracks, and I'll apologize for that. And I do thank you guys for, pointing them out in a civilized manner. But for the most part, feel free to correct me and just create a great atmosphere in the comments. You can spread your theories, that's great, and just please don't attack others if they disagree, or they disagree with your theory or they have one of their own. The channel has gone through a lot of changes because obviously I've gone through numerous co-hosts.
Hello and welcome back to Seeking Answers. I'm Rob, this is Abby and Sam, this is Jimmy, Sonia and Aaron, this is Rochelle, Aaron and Sonia.
This is Mandy. This is Lindsay.
There will be co-hosts occasionally. Every, few and far between, but for the most part it will be just me doing my thing. And that just leads to what the future holds, because honestly I can't thank you guys enough. This channel has grown so much in the past couple of years. I think it was the John Benet Ramsey episode that really started to give this channel traction, and then the serial killer episodes just did mad. I am doing a lot behind the scenes that you guys haven't seen yet to try to boost this channel as much as possible. I'm trying to make moves to make Seeking Answers a lot bigger than it actually is. A website is in the works, and you might be thinking, what's the point of a website? Not only will we eventually, with time, once the channel grows, be able to do merch, maybe even have a message board and forum on there or something like that, but that will give us the opportunity to have the episodes on there, but with up-to-date information, so if I do make a mistake, it will then be amended, as well as any future developments in the case that happen after the episode drops. This means that every Seeking Answers episode will be 100% up to date. With me trying to be unique and trying to make Seeking Answers bigger and better, I can now drive. So you would have seen from the Andrew Gosden episode, even though that one I didn't drive, but I still travelled there, so it still counts. I want to go to these places, and I want to travel to film these episodes. That was a big one, the Andrew Gosden one. The Lydia Attlee Revisited took a lot of driving. You might notice that our clothes changed several times because we actually went back to locations about 3 or 4 times. So it was a lot of driving, and that episode took about a month and a half to actually finish. I've also got other episodes in the works where I'm driving to these locations, and that's why there's been a delay in videos, because I'm traveling to them.
Dude, this place is literally in the middle of nowhere.
There's episodes that are actually written, literally written, all done, ready to record and put out. But I'm holding off because I want to get an interview with a certain person. There's a bunch of those. So that's another reason why it's slowed down. Unfortunately, YouTube is not my full-time job. I wish it was. I wish I could do this for a living, but it is not. And anyone out there who knows how to drive knows that fuel is very, very expensive. Now, I'd like to get this across right now that all the traveling I'm doing myself because I love to do it and I love to entertain you guys. I'm doing it out of my own pocket because I want to, and I will continue to do that. However, I'm announcing now that I am opening a Patreon, but there is no obligation for you to donate to Patreon. This is to simply make those traveling episodes more frequent. But if you can't contribute or you don't think it's right, that's absolutely fine. I will continue to do those episodes when and where I can financially. With your help, I will be able to do them more frequently. So that being said, if you're unaware, Patreon, you would donate money to me on a monthly basis, and that money will go towards traveling to these locations, maybe even better video equipment, better editing software. It will all go to producing a lot better content. There's been episodes that I've wanted to do, but financially, I haven't been able to. There's a haunted museum in Northampton where I live, which has a great deal of history. We were given the opportunity to investigate there and be given access to rooms that are not allowed open to the public. But unfortunately, I just wasn't financially able to do it. When I made the Charles Manson episode, I was actually in contact with Charles Manson's grandson, and I was trying to get him for an interview, but I couldn't afford him. Seeking answers takes a lot of money sometimes, and this would help make those things possible. Furthermore, I want to do almost a part 2 of several cases. There was a survivor of John Wayne Gacy who I tried to interview for that episode, but he didn't reply in time. So the episode was already done, but he contacted me afterwards. That would be another one. But for the most part, there'd be part 2s where, you know, for these episodes, I don't put my opinion in the video because I feel like it's just best to lay down the episode and let you guys decide for yourself. I feel like if I put my opinion and my thoughts in there, it might sway the documentary in some way. A part 2 would be me not only giving my opinion, but me actually breaking down each theory and basically investigating it myself, going to these locations when possible and becoming an investigator for the day. I think that could be a great idea, but again, I'm already planning one right now. One's already in the works, but again, it's the traveling and it leads back to money. So we are on, I guess, day 2 of me taking this investigation into my own hands. I'm about to set off. That being said, I will go over the Patreon perks in a bit, but in April, I'm going to tell you now, April week, which is, I'm so prepared, April 13th, me, my friend Jimmy, who was in a previous episode, and my son will be heading to Scotland. We'll be driving to Scotland for Easter week, and we will be filming a Scotland trilogy. I'm not going to tell you what episodes we're filming, but we are going to film 3 massive episodes. And these episodes are, again, coming from my pocket. Just to prove to you that I'm not doing this for money or trying to scam you guys. I'm already paying for this, and this is the biggest thing Seeking Answers has ever done. If you don't follow me on social media, you should. Why aren't you? Go follow. There was an episode I was trying to do during the Scotland trip that was a little bit ambitious. You all have heard about the Flannan Isles lighthouse. There was lighthouse keepers who miraculously vanished. Now, I thought it would just be amazing if we could get onto this actual island. It's very northwest to Scotland, and apparently getting to the island is very, very difficult. All the boat tours are booked up, so then I was looking to get a private boat owner to take us there. And not only would that have cost me $4,000, but it would have taken too much time in a week that we can't spend too much time on one episode. So I'm going to have to put that one on the back burner until we get more time. Or I could have hired a helicopter, which would have cost me $10,000. I worked out that if all 8,021 subscribers donated £1.40, we can do it. I don't see the point in doing a Kickstarter to raise that amount of money because 10 grand is ridiculous. So that's one I've just put on the back burner until we get more time and we'll just take a boat there. But these 3 episodes are big. These are some of the biggest unsolved mysteries ever in the world. I am so excited for that. So that's Easter week. If you want to help with that, help with the fuel, help cover expenses and make bigger episodes like that more frequent, because honestly, the Scotland trip, soaking me dry. If you want to make episodes like that more frequent, or, you know, if you like the episodes of me on location, I can make them happen more often if you guys help me. Donate to Patreon, patreon.com/seekinganswers. We're going to go over the perks right now and what you would get in return, other than the greatest documentaries on YouTube. If you donate just £5 a month, I believe the website should correct it for whichever currency you use, you will get Patreon-only updates. You will know the list of the documentaries that are coming up. No one will know what videos are in the works except you, and yes, that would include the Scotland trilogy. I'm just saying, if you donate £5 right now, you can find out the entire trilogy and what we're working on. You will also get your name in every Seeking Answers episode right at the end, a Patreon shout out. But if you want to donate a bit more money and give £10 a month, you will get all of that, but also early access. I will give you an episode a week. We'll go a week. I'll give you an episode a week before the rest of YouTube. Yes, a video will go on Patreon. I will share it and say, hey, it's available on Patreon only, guys. And then 1 week later is when everybody else will see it. You get 1 week before anyone else. But also, you will be able to request videos. Now, I get a bunch of requests, and I do look at them and consider them and put them in a list. But as a patron, your request will be prioritized. Obviously, these episodes take a long time to make, so I can't guarantee, oh yes, that will be next week. I mean, the Casper Hauser episode was requested, and then I literally made it in about 15 hours. But hey, I'm awesome. But if you want to go even further and donate $20 a month, you will get all of that. But also, you will get access to a patron-only Discord. Yes, you will be able to chat to me as well as other Seeking Answers fans live in a Discord chat. Sometimes we'll even do video calls. I'm on my phone pretty much all the time. So I'll be able to talk to you guys pretty much whenever, unless I'm at work or driving. But if you are really raking in the dough and want to spend £30 a month, you will get all of that as well as behind the scenes content. This could be behind the scenes pictures that I won't put on social media, Instagram or Twitter or anything. Behind the scenes pictures of the filming, or behind the scenes clips. I might post teasers. I might record a specific video just for Patreon whilst at certain locations or with certain guests. I could even ask you guys if I have an interview, for instance. Hey, what do you want me to ask this person? I might record it right then and there for you. I can also give personalized videos from the location just to say your name and say hi, or if it's for someone else, yeah, let's pretend I'm famous and pretend this is Cameo. And I'll also post teasers, during the editing process, little snippets of the episode just to give you a little taste. But if you are really generous and really loaded and you want to donate £50 a month, why would you give me that much money? You will get all of that, but also you will get special souvenirs. So if I were to go to a location, you would get a souvenir based on the case that I'm covering. For instance, if I did the Titanic episode and actually went to the port where the Titanic left, I would get you a souvenir from either the Titanic, I think there's a restaurant or a museum about Titanic. I'd either get you a souvenir from there, or if it's a case where I'm not at the location, I will order you something, a present based on the story. That is everything. So I hope you guys understand. I hope you guys like that and are excited for the future. Thank you all so much for all of the support. It's unreal. New content coming soon.